Today we are going to start first topic, that is series completion. You can further classify this in number series, alphabet series, letter repeating series. First we will start with number series. For example, suppose we take what number will come in place of this question mark. 2, 5, 8, question mark 14. See, we have the difference plus 3. So can you maintain it? Yes, we can. So the answer will be 11. We can take another example. So what should come in this place? This is, we can say, -7, and here we get -13. So what we can do here? First, you are practicing without any options, so it is better to practice so that we can get more choices, more series, whichever is possible. Let us see. So -7 is here. Suppose we go on like this and take these odd terms are there, -9 and -11. Can you do it? Because it is -20 and it is -20. This is -20 and this is also -20. So we can do it. So we can place 80 here in place of this question mark. One of the answers. Suppose 80 is not in the options, then what? What will happen? Now I give you options for this. Can we find out? These options are 81, 82, 83 and 84. What we can work out it? I write the series again. It is -7 here, it is -13 here. Can we repeat it? This time it is 82 and the difference is -13. So one answer which is also possible is 82. And suppose 82 is also not in the options, then what? Options are, again, you can say -7, then we can place, the difference is 20. So at the most, these two differences will have 20 as the difference. So we can place -13 and -7 alternate. So it is 76 here. So another series which is possible is 96, 89, 76, 69 and 56. And one more answer which is, again, we can place in place of question mark, which is 76. So 3 answers are possible for the same series. Clearly it is a series of even numbers. So +2 we find. So the answer is 10 in this case. Another example. Here we see the terms are increasing very fast. See, 3, 6, in the 5 terms we reach up to 360. Here we reach up 10 only. So there is something to do with multiplication in this case. We check out. It is 2 times, it is 5 times. So we can distribute in 3 and 4. Sorry. 6 into 3 is 18 and 18 into 4 is 72. So the correct answer will be 18. You can take another example. In this case, we see when NTSE is divided by 2, we get 48. Similarly, if we divide by 3, we get 16, and divide by 4, we get the next number, which is 4. So next number should be 4 divided by 5, or 0.8. This is a quick recap of whatever we have learned. This is the series, nothing but with the difference we can find out. This is number 11. Plus 1, plus 3, plus 5, plus 7. We are reading odd numbers. Similarly, we can now what we can do in this question? Two into 3 and minus 3 is 3. 3 into 3 and minus 3, 6. And similarly, 6 into 3 and minus 3 will be 15. And further, 42. So what we are doing is, we are doing two operations at the same time. Multiplication as well as difference. Here, the different logic is into 1.5 into 2. Now it is, can it be 2.5 and 3? Yes, we can place 15 because 6 into 5 by 2 is 15. 2.5, that is 5 by 2. We can explore different methods for the series. Suppose 28 is there. Now series is, the difference is 1 and then 3. We can further go the difference of 1 into 2 plus 1. Similarly, 3 into 2 plus 1. That is the difference 7. So 13. And similarly into 2 and plus 2. That is 28. So sometimes we have to take into account the difference of difference. This observation we will be able to do it. This is the start. We are practicing. With the help of some more questions, we can find out this solution also. One more solution for this is raised to 3 minus 2, 6, 2 raised to 4 and minus 3 is 13, 2 raised to 5 minus 4 is 28. This is also one of the way of finding this answer. So the next example we can take. What should come in this place of question mark? Suppose only 4 terms are there. So what should come in place of question mark? So what we can do? What process we can do? We can do into 3 square. But will it give us 129 in the end? Let us see. 3 into 3 is 9. 9 into 3 is 27. But which we will not get 129. So we can adopt another method. That is 3 into 2 plus 3 is 9, 9 into 2 and plus 3, 21. Again 21 into 2 plus 3, but we are not getting to here. So we can further change our solution. 3 into 4 minus 3, let us see this works out or not. This is 9, 9 into 4 minus 3, 33, 33 into 4 and minus 3, which is 132 and minus 3, 129. So different methods we can start with, but we have to come to one solution, that is 129 with the help of this logic. So this is the correct logic. Further we can take some more practice questions. How to solve this kind of question? We earlier already discussed this. Now this type of question we have discussed. So how to start? What we can do? We can take the difference, that is plus 4 plus 12. So it is 3 times. This 12 is 3 times the next previous difference. So can we take 3 times this difference? That is 36. So this we are adding. So 20 plus 36 is 56. And this again, the 3 times of 36 is 108. Which is the difference? Which is the required difference? Which you are looking for? We were looking for this. So the answer is 56. Another method of solving this type of question is into 3 and minus 4. Again, 2 operations, multiplication as well as difference is going on, and we are getting 8. 8 into 3 and minus 4 is 20. 20 into 3 and minus 4 is 56. And similarly, 56 into 3 and minus 4 is nothing but 164. Next sum we can take 260. Now we can see that the fifth term is more than the fifth term of the previous question. First 3 digits or the terms are same, but the fourth one you have to find out, which may not be the same, because fifth one suggests that series is different series. Okay, so how to solve it? We can adopt different method now. 4 into 1 and plus 4, that is 8. 4 into 1 plus 4 is 8. 8 into 2 and plus 4. So this is constant, this is increasing. 20 into 3 and plus 4, 64. 64 into 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and plus 4, which is 260. So different methods we have to adopt in order to find out the required result. Okay, we can't stop in between that it is sufficient. We have to check the fifth term also with the same logic. It should be correct with the logic. Okay, suppose we are trying with the four terms only, we can get 56 also and 64 also. But the fifth term is very critical in this case, which determines which answer is for which question, which answer suits the question. Oh, fine. You can take some more questions on this. Now this. Now we can see that it is a series contains all even numbers, right? It is 4, 12. So are we going anywhere with this difference? 4 and 12, and then it is plus 8. Can we do the same thing? So it should be plus 20, and then plus 8 again. So it should be 28. Yes. So sometimes if you don't know how to crack the question, we can go with the difference of the difference. Sometimes it comes in the second difference or sometimes in the third. The difference is constant in this case also. Or solving the 0 square, 2 square, 4 square, 6 square, 8 square is the easiest method. If you can find it directly, if you are not able to find it, you can go for difference method. Okay. In this question, it is quite obvious that if we know the squares and cubes of the numbers, then we can find out easily that this is nothing but the series of squares of natural numbers. That is 1 square, 2 square, it is 4 square, 5 square, and 6 square. There should be 3 square. Next, we can take in this series, we can see some numbers quite familiar with us. So here, 6 square, 6 cube. So 5 square should be 5 cube. Similarly, it is 7 square should be 49. Okay. Some questions are based on simple observation. A simple observation. In few seconds, we can find out the answer to this question. Should be 64. Why 64? Simply we can find out 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, 6 square, 7 square, then 8 square. So I will recommend here that one should learn the tables at least till 30, squares at least till 30, and cubes in 12, so that as soon as we see, we can find out which number should come here. It is not always difference, sometimes it is directly we can find out. Further we can start 2, 12, 36, question mark, 150, sorry. 2, 12, 36, question mark, 150. So, in this case, if we go the difference, it is somewhat difficult because at least four consecutive terms are required to get the correct difference. So, it is somewhat difficult here. So, what we can do is, it is 1 square plus 1 cube, 2 square plus 2 cube, 3 square plus 3 cube, similarly 4 square plus 4 cube, and 5 square plus 5 cube. So the answer is 80. 16 plus 64. So difference of difference method not always pays. Okay, but yes, with the help of options we can put some value here. Suppose the same question we put 80 here. What we can do after putting 80 from the options? The difference is now 10, 24. This is 44, and then 70. Now we, again, if we take difference, that is 14, 20, and 26. Now, with the help of this difference is constant in the third difference of difference. So 2 plus 10 is 12, 10 plus 14 is 24, and 12 plus 24 is 36. Similarly, 24 plus 20 is 44, and 36 plus 44 is 80. 44 plus 26 is 70, and 80 plus 70 is 150. So this method is difference of difference methods, which gives you the answer. If you don't know how to solve it with this method, we can put some options one by one and we can find out. Take the next question. In this question, if we go with the difference, this is 2, 4. So it is 6, 8, 10. Plus 0, plus 2, plus 4, plus 6, plus 8, plus 10. So answer should be 12. It's quite obvious. So 4 terms are giving us much more idea. So 4 terms are giving us more idea than the 3 terms. Now in this series, we can see that the series goes in multiple series case. Like if we skip 1 term, then we find out that it is a difference 10, 20, so it may be 30 or 40. So 2 times we are doing 40. That should be 82. Now second case, 24, 44, 84, 20 and 40. So the difference is doubled. So here also we are doing the same. At the same time, if we sum up the whole series together, then it says us that it is 12 into 2, that is 24, then minus 2 is 22, 22 into 2, that is 44, then minus 2 is 42, then again 42 into 2 is 84, 84 and minus 2, that is 82. Okay. See, if we have this series, which again starts with 2 zeros, so this is the mystery of zeros we have to solve. How to solve this mystery of zeros? Earlier we did only plus 0, plus 2, plus 4 like this. Now this series seems to be in a different direction than the previous question. So in which direction it is going? It is going in. So now we can start this series as 0 cube minus 0 square, 1 cube minus 1 square, 2 cube minus 2 square, 3 cube minus 3 square, and similarly it is 5 cube minus 5 square. It will be 4 cube minus 4 square. That is 64 and minus 16. So the 48 is the answer for this. Next series we can take again. The series starts with the same 2 zeros. So we can further go with 0 cube minus 0 square, 1 cube minus 1 square, 2 cube minus 2 square, 3 cube minus 3 square, 4 cube minus 4 square, and it should be again. The series starts with 2 zeros. So how can we solve it? If we observe these terms minutely, we can say that this is near to 5 cube, near to 3 cube, near to 2 cube. So what is the relation? We can write it 5 cube minus 5, 3 cube minus 3, 2 cube minus 2. And similarly, it can be written as 0 cube minus 0, 1 cube minus 1. So it is 4 cube minus 4, which is 64 minus 4, which is 60. So we saw different series with different logics. Further, we can practice few more questions. Now, in this series, if you go like +1, +1, +2, so it should be +2. It is +1. So no confirmation that the series goes like this. Okay. We can take the series like this also, which is giving us clear idea, like 4, 7, 10, +3, and in this case +2. So in this case it should be 3, 5 and 7. So 7 should be the answer. Series case of multiple series. Generally we should avoid the multiple case until we have at least 6 terms. It should be at least 6 terms, so that we have the confirmation. In 5 terms we don't have the confirmation for one series. Okay. So at least we should have 6 terms for a multiple case. Now we have 2 question marks in this series, and simply if we take this term, this series, this is not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. So we can make three series here. One is 8, 11, 14. We are skipping 2 terms in between. 7, then 4, and then it should be 1, because the difference is -3. Here it is +3. And then the next term is 9, then 12, then it should be 15 +3. So the answers are 1 and 15. With 3 series, 3 multiple series case. Long term, which is another type of question which generally asked in the examinations. In these type of questions, we have to find out the term which is making the series wrong earlier. Whichever term comes earlier, whichever term comes earlier will be called the wrong term. Let us see. In this case, we have to find one term which is wrong. So here we can find out that it is 2 square, it is 3 square, it is 4 square, it is 6 square. It should be 5 square. So the wrong term is 27, which should be replaced by 25. Another way we can solve this same question, like it is +5, +7. So can we do +9 and +11? Yes. So this term is making it wrong. If we correct it to 25, all the terms are correct now. Again, we have to find the wrong term. What we can do is just start with the procedure. It is like 4 into 2 plus 2, which is 10. 10 into 2 plus 0 is 20. 20 into 2 plus 3 is 43. 43 into 2 and plus 4 is 90. Generally what mistake we make is we take 43 as our answer because it is the only odd number in the series. But no, 43 may be the wrong term, which may be even number. But at the same time, we have some even number, maybe the wrong term. We should be, say, an odd number. So we may have 2 odd numbers in the series. So we should not go with like just thinking that it is an odd number, which is it is odd one out and it is the wrong term. No, it is not the case of odd one out. Okay. Right. Here we can see that we are multiplying by 2, that is constant, but it is here we cannot find anything. We can find some discrepancy here. So what we should do? Can we make it 1, 2, 3, 4? If it is 1, 2, 3, 4, this 4 into 2 plus 1 should be 9. And then 10 should be replaced by 9 here, will give you the 20. 9 into 2 plus 2 is 20. So 10 is the wrong term, which should be replaced by 9. More on wrong terms. So here, what we can do? We just take the difference, that is plus 10, plus 15, plus 15 and plus 30. So if we consider two terms to be true, then 10, 15, if you go on like this, it should be 20. And if it is 20, it should be 25. So we can see that the difference is 45 only. So we will find out that it should be 50. In this case, if we do the same procedure of difference, we find that it is like this. Now, if we consider these two terms to be true, 4, 6, then if we make it plus 8, what will happen? Plus 8 will give you 21 instead of 19. And then series goes like 21, 31 and 43, which is plus 10 and plus 12. So 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. The wrong term is 19, which should be replaced by 21.